I'd like to open this ceremony by welcoming you all to the University of Newcastle, and it's been a special pleasure for us this morning to hear the university choir singing the traditional university song, although I think I detected a slight Australian flavour in there. But in any event, it's the traditional song of the university which links this ceremony to ceremonies conducted in universities throughout the world over many centuries. This morning we've gathered so that awards may be conferred on those who've satisfied the Council of the University that they've met requirements for admission to awards in the faculties of Art, Design and Communication, the Faculty of Architecture, and the Faculty of Social Science. And we note with special pleasure that this is the first time that we'll be granting awards in design. So that's something to note. In the printed program, there's a list of prizes which have been awarded on the basis of academic merit. Could I now congratulate each one of today's graduands? Here you are. We're delighted to see you. Everyone in the university is delighted to see you here. I'm not going to say surprised. No, not at all. It was expected that you'd make it, and you have. You've achieved the goal that you set yourselves. And your efforts have been rewarded today. And it's everyone in the university, the academic staff, all your teachers, the council, are truly delighted to have you here this morning and to have this ceremony for you and for those who've given you support over the last few years, family and friends. Without them, many of you wouldn't have made it. We know how many sacrifices there are for families sometimes to help you through your work here. We know what's involved in the times of study and the trauma that goes on. So here we're trying to put that behind us and to enjoy the pleasure of this occasion. Many of you will have commenced in careers, and some of you perhaps back here continuing your studies, some looking for opportunities. Of course, we have a very diverse group today, different faculties, but all seem to be involved in, shall we say, the design, visual and social design, the architecture, very much involved in our society and the planning for the future of our society. So we hope that your careers will work out well. We hope that what you've learnt here will stand you in good stead as you go out. You represent this university and all that it stands for in terms of your achievements, in terms of the standards to which you'll be reaching in your work. It is, although an end of one stage of your life, obviously a beginning of a new one. And it shouldn't end your connection with this university either. In fact, you proceed today to full membership of the university as a member of convocation, having achieved your award. And in that role, you'll be kept informed about what we're doing here, and we hope you'll visit the university, take an interest in our affairs, perhaps become involved in the council in due course. But in any event, keep in touch with us and with the friends that you've made here, which I'm sure will last you through your lives. So today, the good wishes of the university go out to every graduate today and to your families and friends. We hope that all will go well for you in the future. The first event on our program today is the presentation of an honorary degree. And I now have pleasure in inviting Professor Maitland, Dean of the Faculty of Architecture, to present the candidate for admission to an honorary degree in the Faculty of Architecture.
Chancellor, may I present Michael Wilford for the award of the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. For over 30 years, the architectural practice of Michael Wilford and his late partner, Sir James Stirling, has been recognized around the world as one of the most creative and influential in the evolution of post-war modern architecture. Their buildings have been widely acclaimed, debated, imitated and published. The significance of these buildings has been such as to provoke comparisons with the works of earlier important British architects such as Sir Christopher Wren, the architect of St. Paul's Cathedral in London, who was sacked from the job and eventually died an impoverished and embittered man, and Sir Charles Barry, the architect of the Houses of Parliament, also in London, which was so hated by Disraeli that he called for Barry to be publicly hanged as a lesson to the rest of his profession. I am happy to say, Chancellor, that we are here to honour Michael Wilford in a more positive way. Michael Wilford was born in the south of England in 1938, received his degree in architecture from the Northern Polytechnic School of Architecture, and joined James Stirling in practice in London in 1960. Their first building together was the Leicester University Engineering Building, described by one critic as the first truly great British modern building. Since then, he has been responsible for a succession of important public buildings, at first within the UK, and later in North America, Germany, and more recently in many other countries. Among these, the Claw Gallery at the Tate Gallery in London, the Staatsgalerie in Stuttgart, and the Science Centre, the Wissenschaftszentrum in Berlin, have been among the most widely discussed. Alongside major public buildings such as these, the practice has carried out a succession of buildings for universities. After Leicester came the History Library at Cambridge and Queen's College in Oxford, followed by a succession of North American projects, including the Fogg Museum new building at Harvard University and the Performing Arts Centre at Cornell. Michael Wilford is currently preoccupied with the designs for the largest of these university projects, for Temasek Polytechnic in Singapore, an institution planned to be the same size as this university, but built as a single project over the next 3 years. Throughout this period of productive practice, Michael Wilford has also established a formidable reputation as a teacher. He has been a critic and visiting professor in the architecture schools of some 17 universities around the world, and given public lectures in many others. He has also accompanied this face-to-face teaching role with a number of publications in which he has explored and developed themes in current architectural theory. Whilst most of Michael Wilford's work has taken place in Europe and North America, it is in this university that his two major contributions of practice and of teaching have come together in a uniquely productive way. For it was here, in the Building Services Corporation building on this campus, widely and affectionately known as Red Square, that he not only designed an exciting new building, and one which has received widespread attention and recognition since its completion last year, but also did so in a particularly innovative way, in a masterclass with students from the Faculty of Architecture. It is especially appropriate that many of those students should be here today to receive their degrees alongside their distinguished mentor. Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present Michael Wilford for admission to the honorary degree of Doctor of Science.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit you to the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. I now have great pleasure in inviting Dr. Wilford to deliver to us the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen. It was indeed a great surprise when the former Vice-Chancellor, Professor Morgan, informed me last December that the university wished to confer upon me the degree of Honorary Doctorate of Science. particularly because I doubt whether I have worked as hard and in such a concentrated manner as the graduates who will be receiving their degrees today. It has taken me 35 years to reach this platform rather than their 5. I also understand that I am the first person from the United Kingdom to receive this honour from this university. As a young lad, I was not able to attend university to study for my architectural qualification. My father, an engineer, thought that architecture was not a serious occupation. And although he didn't prevent me from taking it up, he refused to support me, arguing that he began work at 15 and saw no reason why I shouldn't do the same. I actually managed to delay leaving school until I was 16 in order that I could gain the necessary certificates of education to enter architectural school. So at the tender age of 16, I embarked upon an 8-year, part-time, 4 evenings a week academic training in parallel with working in a full-time architectural practice as a junior, making tea and printing drawings. Eventually, I was entrusted with drafting work, but in very quick succession, over a period of about 4 years, I changed my job several times in order to gain a variety of experience, rather than making tea and printing drawings. After 4 years, at the midpoint of my studies, 4 years into this part-time course, I was introduced through a mutual friend to James Sterling and was fortunate to begin working with him, as Professor Maitland has said, in 1960 at the age of 22. And the building that we worked on was the Leicester University Faculty of Engineering. This, at the age of 22, was a very formative experience for a young architect. And given that opportunity, it took priority over my studies. So the part-time studies were delayed. And after a lot of hard graft, I eventually gained my qualification in 1965, 9 years after I started the course. The kind of training that I received in architecture school and in those early offices was narrowly focused towards the technical and the pragmatic. There was little time for theory, philosophy, research, comprehensive reading, or discussion and debate amongst my peers. After qualifying, it took me several years to break out of this straitjacket. And also working with James Sterling, I quickly realized what I had missed by not attending a university school. And I also realized that there was more to the profession of architecture other than keeping the rain out, the heat in, and ensuring that the drains flushed properly. My partnership with James Sterling was formalized in 1971, and we progressively expanded in size and scope of work to achieve international status until the abrupt termination of the partnership with James Sterling's death last year. I am presently continuing the practice as the sole principal. I began teaching in 1968 at Yale University as a visiting critic and tutor, and later as a visiting professor in Toronto, Houston, and Sheffield. When I began teaching, I was relatively young and experienced great affinity with the students. I wasn't much older. In some cases, I think I was younger than some of the students I was teaching. And I also quickly learned as a teacher what has become for me the essential benefit of teaching. That is that it can be a learning experience for both teacher and student. So I studied later at university vicariously through my students. I was able to set projects on subjects that I was intrigued by and enjoying all the facilities of some of the best universities in the world. And in addition to using those facilities, I was paid for the honour and the pleasure of doing so. The teaching project here in Newcastle to design the addition to the Faculty of Architecture was the most recent and one of my most rewarding experiences to date. The building was designed in 3 weeks on 2 visits in very concentrated sessions, working, I think, most of the time 24 hours a day. At least the students were working 24 hours a day. And we tested ourselves. I tested myself because I'd never designed a building in such a concentrated way in such a short period of time. And I believe that myself as the leader of this team and the students who comprised it came through with flying colours, or should I say colour, red. The technical bias of my training may have had the disadvantage of being intellectually shallow, but I learned the importance of hard work, commitment and tenacity, which is necessary to develop an idea, an architectural idea, and defend it against all the routine assaults from the various authorities and constituencies which rain upon it during the complex process of delivering a building project. This initial training, combined with the intellectual stimulation of my teaching experience, has formed a comprehensive basis for my practice of the profession of architecture. In parallel with all this professional activity, my wonderful wife and I are proud to have raised a family of 5 children, and I am delighted that she is here with me today, together with our son Paul, to share in this auspicious occasion. I recount these personal details in order to remind today's graduates that this occasion is the beginning of a lifetime's education and not the end. And also to stress that your academic and intellectual achievements now have to be supplemented by development of the skills necessary to apply them in practice. I have probably in my lifetime had more luck than most, perhaps more than my fair share of luck. But I do believe it's important to recognize and to seize opportunities when they present themselves and to take calculated risks when necessary. I stand before you as a student with just half a lifetime's education, still learning and discovering something new, constantly attempting to improve upon the last project, whatever or wherever it happens to be. Chancellor, I am honoured to be awarded an honorary degree of Doctor of Science by the University of Newcastle. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Wilford, for your address. I'm sure that it will have given much to think about and much inspiration to all today's graduates, and especially those in the Faculty of Architecture. I'd now call upon Associate Professor Gilchrist, Dean of the Faculty of Art, Design and Communications, to present candidates from that faculty.
Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Communication Studies. Will all candidates for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Art, Design and Communications please stand? Chancellor, I present to you the candidates for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Art, Design and Communications as specified in the programme.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confer the awards specified in the program on those graduands from the Faculty of Art, Design and Communication who are present today, and in absentia on those unable to be present.
Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Communication Studies, Catriona May Alexander. Megan Marie Ballinger. Benjamin Charles Burt. Emma Diane Burrows. Jacqueline Ann Butters. Chow Fong Chung. Annette Marie Colley. Victoria Helen Connors. Justine Cooper. Jonathan Robert Cullen. Kylie Marie Dawson. Benjamin Dearnley. Melissa Louise Dietz. Marnie Dobson. Tracy Ann Driscoll. Linda Ann Drummond. Claire Elizabeth Edwards. Kristen Jane Filmer. Gordana Garlick. Melissa Gay. Emma Jane Gray. Julie Ann Gray. Merrin Julie Gray. Sally Elizabeth Hall. Pauline Frances Hanrahan. Melita Jane Heggart. Wayne Stephen Hinson. Megan Jane Jones. Martina Edith Kelly. Megan Elizabeth Laurie. Stephen James Linton. Megan Longwell. Patricia Linda Teresa Magnacavallo. Narelle Sandy Mallet. Verity Jane McElveen. Adam Richard McWhinney. Robert Bruce Moore. Kiralee Elizabeth Morford. James Edward Munro. Liza Jane Munro. Julia Gay Neal. Catherine Amy Regan. Lana Joy Smith. Tina Margaret Sorensen. Lee Karen Stockham. Matthew Charles Sullivan. Cinnamon Jane Thomas. Susan Leslie Turner. Fritha Emily Walker. Chad Lee Watson. Beth Louise Welsh. Michelle Deborah Wilson. Michelle Susan Wood. Deborah Ann Workman. Jane Worthington. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Design, Graphic Design, Karen Ann Ackers. Trudy Patricia Chelman. Susan May Cummings. Bernadette Davies. Nicole Dixon. George William Drury. Tracy Marie Ann Heath. Fiona Ann Hills. Christina Lee Kemp. Annette Gianette Kondraki. David James Lidster. David James Mannion. Christine Carly McClure. Michael John Norton. Amanda Jane O'Brien. Elizabeth Marie Peart. Karen Lee Peters. Sally Jane Pottinger. Peter Carlin Russell. Emma Louise Savage. Elizabeth Jane Wheatley. Katie Irma Williams. Scott Anthony Wilson. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Design, Industrial Design, Richard Alexander Berry. Simon John Edmund Boland. Rod Anthony Debian. Catherine Ann Grogan. Kimberly Murphy. Justin Paul Wellborn. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Visual Arts, Patricia Abela. Nanette Jane Allison. Melinda Jane Avery. Glenn Baystar. Danielle Louise Benke. Mark Brown. Anna Victoria Campbell. Gay Regina Carroll. Richard Cherry. Shirley Diane Clifford. Judith Ann Collins. Vicky Frances Cornish. Angelo Bernardino Cosgayon. Julie Leanne Creary Bailey. Linda Joy Dalton. Vanessa de Laurentiis. Stephen Leslie Dodd. Shani Louise Douglas. Karen Ann Eggleton. Tammy Marie Ellum. Kelly Irene Field. Helen Finnegan. Jason Edwin Francis. Jane Elizabeth Franklin. Simone Fraser. Belinda Catherine GLAMx. Ali Gregory Wilson. Juanita Joy Hall. Nicole Rochelle Hands. Kimberly Ann Henry. Stephen John Heron. Lisa Catherine Horn. Janine Ann Hyde. Kiralee Angela Ifield. Kylie Ann Isles. Donna Lee Ingham. Jodie Ann Jeff. David Castile. Nicholas James Kenway. Joanne Marie Cott. Virginia Beatriz Lara. Robin Gay Leckie. Peta Jane Lenihan. Renee Larice Longworth. Samantha Audrey Lowe. Dawn Marie McCormack. Tony Ann McCosker. Ronald Charles McElvey. Noni Ann McPherson. Petter Menzies. Wendy Lee Myers. Sorry. Heather Marion Mill. Sandra K. Mitchell-Hill. Lisa May Munro. Deanne Leslie Murrell. Pamela Margaret Nolder. Shane Christopher Nipper. David Peel. Sabina Therese Pitchler. Lee Rachel Potter. Rosalind Dorothy Richardson. Mark Donald Sampson. Richard Grenville Scherf. Linnea Jewel Stewart. Pauline Stobbs Johnach. Andrew Robert Sutherland. Annette Rachel Taverner. Riona Kathleen Tomei. Edna Mavis Waters. Graham Allen Wilson. Abigail Worthington. Chancellor, for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Art, Kay Janice Archer. Alexander McGrath. Anne Mary Riley. Paul John West. Amanda Jane Wilson. Chancellor.
Will all candidates for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Architecture please stand? Chancellor, I present to you the candidates for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Architecture as specified in the programme.
In the name of the Council, and by my authority as Chancellor, I confer the awards specified in the programme on all those graduates from the Faculty of Architecture who are present today, and in absentia on those unable to be present.
Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Architecture, Ramzi Awad. Daniel James Brough. Anton Anthony Chan. Chelsea Joan Dawson. Peter Robert Fales. Kent Yu Fu. David Galles. Shannon Julia Kendall. Lim Lee Yuen Alice. Leong Chuan Lo. Gavin Mark Lyon. Brian John Marr. Grant Miles. Elizabeth Moore. Francisco Ortego. Rebecca Ann Plumstead. Gary Christopher Reardon. Catherine Rosemary Fielding Smith. Chi Kin So. Lisette Michelle Taylor. Ki Hao Clement Tay. Chris Asevsky with merit. Michael Jaroslav Banak with merit. Russell Mark Bryant with merit. Leigh Kittrey Davis with merit. Janine Sarah Desson with merit. George Frederick Farrington with merit. Ian John Foster with merit. Megan Jane Frew with merit. Janet Elizabeth Henriksen with merit. Michael Eilert with merit. Finette van Nooy Kwak with merit. Jodie Lee Matthews with merit. Paul Bernard O'Keefe with merit. Jason John Trisley with merit. John Andrew Varnum with merit. Josephine Patricia Wing with merit. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Architecture, Darren Hawkin. Warren Lee Steele. Richard Charles Allen, Honours Class 2. John Anthony Backer, Honours Class 2. Darrell Richard Chapman, Honours Class 2. Stephen James Kuhn, Honours Class 2. Stephen Andrew Jones, Honours Class 2. Suzanne Joy Nicholson, Honours Class 2. Lisa Marie Carrigan de Rocher, Honours Class 1. Sharon Mary Francis, Honours Class 1. Justin Scott Hamilton, Honours Class 1. William John Dowser, Honours Class 1 and University Medal. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Robert MacLeod Cowdroy, Bachelor of Architecture, University of New South Wales, Master of Building Science, University of Sydney, and Master of Business Administration, for a thesis entitled Relationships Between Outcomes of Proposals for Alterations to Houses and Life Issues Affecting the House Owners.
Will all candidates for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Social Science please stand? Chancellor, I present to you the candidates for admission to the awards undertaken within the Faculty of Social Science as specified in the program.
In the name of the Council, and by my authority as Chancellor, I confer the awards specified in the program on all those graduates from the Faculty of Social Science who are present today, and in absentia on those unable to be present.
Chancellor, for the award of the Associate Diploma in Police Studies, Christopher John Edwards. David Edwards. Stephen Charles Eldridge. Stephen Rex Lawley. Brian Edwin Parker. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Janice Marie Betts. Samantha Finlay Brown. Kathleen Julie Butler. John Patrick Hoffman. Shane William Hopkinson. Deborah Claire Copley. Catherine Jane Symes. Joanne Dawn Smith. Roslyn Joan Spicer. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Tourism and Recreation, Jane Brown. Ian William Faulkner. Therese Ferry. Julie Ann Fitzgerald. Karen Michelle Lamb. Tanya Michelle Leddy. Bruce Wilfred Madden. Keith George Maskey. Sandra Tanya Morrick. Shelley Joy Mackenzie. Luke David Neal. Mardy Lee Osborne. Rebecca Jane Page. Tricia Maria Suckling. Lisa Marie Thompson. Kim Witkowski. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Welfare Studies, Donald Elliott Bannister. Raquel Anaz Beveridge. Rosemary Blue. Kim Melanie Bradley. Peter Ronald Britton. Michelle Dawn Brownlee. Susan Leslie Bryant. Anthony Buzek. Carol Ann Burns. Angela Marie Dick. Gary Charles Dodd. Barbara June Everly. Faye Denise Exton. Margaret Ann Fitzgerald. Karina Ann Goby. Natasha Elizabeth Gordon. Lynn Marie Graham. Sharon Lee Hallinan. Julie Marie Hearn. Fiona Marie Holstein. Chanel Renee Hughes. Danielle Elizabeth Jones. Roseanne Lee. Jane Learmont. Sindiswa Lumbamba. Tracy Lee Martin. Susan Aileen Meldrum. Darryl Edgar Morris. Lisa Ann Mulcahy. Melissa Jane Patelli. Barbara Ross. Susan Ann Surratt. Nisha Leanne Smith. Rosalind Jane Stark. Julie Ann Stewart. Kylie Ann Teague. John Michael Tula. Kathleen May White. Karen Leanne White. Leanne Whittage. Gillian Lee Woolard. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Master of Social Science, Gregory Donald Mackay. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, from the Department of Sociology and Anthropology, Christine Rosemary Everingham, Bachelor of Education, University of Sydney, Bachelor of Arts Honours, for a thesis entitled Motherhood and Modernity.
I now have great pleasure in inviting Ms. Shelley Mackenzie to respond on behalf of today's graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure I stand before you today as one of the University of Newcastle's most recent graduates. For me, as I'm sure for all of us, Graduation is the fulfilment of a long-held dream and goal. Finally, we have tangible evidence that despite the pressures, obstacles and doubts that many of us faced, we never lost sight of our goal and today reap the reward our hard work and effort has afforded us. When I think back on the past 3 years of university life, a number of things spring immediately to mind. Seemingly never-ending study, arduous assignments, excruciating exams, and dreaded deadlines all have a place in my memories of university. But so too do fabulous new friendships, sensational social events, must-tune in tomorrow episodes of Days of Our Lives, and my friend Trina's insatiable appetite. University has been a time of personal growth, a broadening of horizons that has propelled some toward independence, introduced others to new ideologies, and I trust given added meaning and direction to all our lives. However, as we sit here, eagerly anticipating this afternoon's celebrations and revelry, I urge you to think about the people who helped make this, your graduation, a reality. Those people who supported you when the Oz study was late, who encouraged you when an expected distinction deteriorated into something less, who cajoled you into starting an assignment before the week it was due, and who hurriedly helped you type it up an hour before the 9 a.m. deadline. The people who edited and proofread assignments, who retrieved your 3,000-word essay from the computer from hell, and who brought you continuous cups of coffee while you studied for that big exam. The fact is, we could not have done it without you. So on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates, I would like to thank our families, friends and mentors for your unflagging support and encouragement, and am pleased that you are here to share this important day with us. In conclusion, I would like to express my hope for all today's graduates. May you find happiness and prosperity in your chosen career, and that in the same way you use your skills and knowledge for your own personal benefit, may you contribute to the development and improvement of the communities you live in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shelley. Now I'll invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mortley, to address us.
Chancellor Dr. Wilford, Miss Shelley Mackenzie. It's with great pleasure that I join with you today. I won't detain you long, you can relax. But it did seem appropriate that I say a few words since it is my first graduation with this group at this university, some 7 weeks after taking up my position as Vice-Chancellor. I'm delighted to be part of the university and particularly delighted to be with this group of graduates here today. To all those who have come and worked at the university from other countries, I say a special congratulations. It's very difficult to be a foreign student in a foreign country and studying in a foreign language. I know that because I've done it myself. It's particularly daunting when your professors open their mouths and a stream of language comes out and you don't understand a word of it. That requires a degree of special tenacity and courage, and we hope that as you go back to the countries from which you've come, that you will retain a special affection for Newcastle and its university. All graduates today have, in a sense, an interest in the university from now on. Their degrees are something they carry with them through their lives. Consequently, it is really appropriate that graduates remain in touch with their university and, as it were, watch over its affairs and its reputation. It is, in a sense, both in your interests and your duty to do so. And we hope that you will remain in touch with the university through the convocation organisation, which is the assembly of all the graduates of the University of Newcastle, and which has the ability to elect members to the University Council. Consequently, we would be very pleased if you gave us your addresses and kept in touch with us over the years. It's not an easy world out there at the moment, and our graduation speaker has spoken of the need for flexibility and of the sense that today, in a way, is a beginning, not an end, of a learning process. The Chancellor at my last institution was always accustomed to say that one of his PhD students in physics had gone into the Treasury and another one had become a bishop in the Anglican Church after having taken a lengthy preparation in physics. He usually added to that that's what's wrong with the economy, and also the other bit about the church. Nevertheless, the point he was making was that flexibility is really required more than ever in today's world. You can't really predict how the employment stakes are going to fall, and the Australian economy, as we all know, is going through a period of rapid change. You have trained minds, and trained minds can be applied to a variety of tasks. A spanner does not just loosen one nut, it loosens many nuts. And as yesterday's graduation speaker from the student body said, it is better to teach a person to fish than simply give him one fish. We hope we've taught you to fish. My piece of advice is suitably enigmatic. I am a philosopher by training. And if you have looked at all at the wisdom literature of the world, you'll be aware that very often it is in enigmatic form. Clarity tends to close down the mind, but an enigma gives you something to think about. You'll be aware, for example, of the Zen Buddhist koans, subject for meditation. The famous one, the sound of one hand clapping. What is the sound of one hand clapping? And then there is the meditation on the soundless sound and the gateless gate. Today I've chosen the book of Ecclesiastes from the Old Testament, and a portion of a verse there. The statement, perhaps well-known statement, but one well worth thinking about: the race is not to the swift. Something to think about for the future. If it is not to the swift, to whom is it, is the question. And perhaps the point being made here, and far be it from me to close the discussion on what point is being made, and indeed there is already an indignant letter to the University Bulletin about what I've done with this verse. So I must reiterate that it is not my intention to close the discussion, simply open it. But perhaps the point being made here is that sometimes success is only apparent success and is not real success. Sometimes failure is not really failure, but simply the beginning of a new set of opportunities. I congratulate you here today, and I'm very glad to be with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a very long but I hope enjoyable ceremony. Once again, I congratulate all of today's graduates, and before we close, I'd like to invite both you, the graduates, and all our guests here today to join the university for tea, which will be served in the University Union shortly after we leave this hall. I now declare the ceremony closed.